What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. It's been a bumpy ride today for us Division players, but there's been a few things added to the game, a few things changed around, and I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a video on it because I thought, actually, this is actually pretty interesting. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get straight into it with a juicy one. If you go over to the tinkering station and you look at expertise, if you are proficient in everything, you might all of a sudden realize you are no longer proficient in everything. And if you go into assault rifles and you scroll down, that's right, the Caduceus is making a comeback. Now, we don't exactly know when this is coming back to the game. They did put something in the patch notes that we'll look at in just a second that might hint to where this is actually going to come from, because usually when this kind of thing happens, it's usually before a season or in a PTS or something like that, and there's more than one item, right? So that makes me feel like this is actually something special. It's going to be outside of a new season and things like that. But this is obviously a Division 1 returning exotic, which in its final form, because it did get altered a few times, was a little bit meh. But I'm really hoping that this can be something pretty special when it comes to the Division 2. So this is the Division 1 explanation from the Division wiki. But you can see here the talent at each critical hit heals you and your group for 1% of the user's skill power. So yeah, interesting to see how they're going to translate this talent into Division 2. It could end up being really, really good, but I guess we will see. I'm not sure if it's going to be that good or not, but I do kind of hope it's going to be good. So just to link to that, what we will do is we'll go into the event timeline that has been updated. You can see Assault is live right now. We kind of knew that was going to happen. We got Vanguard Overdrive on the 15th, the 5x season XP as well, along with Ambush. But what is new, and it was mentioned just a very small line when we did the patch notes video at the bottom, we've got the Brooklyn celebration that is coming on May the 21st. And I just imagine that this new exotic weapon is probably tied to this celebration. It just kind of makes sense that 2 and 2 go together, and they probably make 4. So other things that were new today that were a little bit of a surprise, log in and farm strikers in Jefferson Trade Center, but also we got the Escalation requisition vendor. Now in this vendor we can buy with tokens, and these are the tokens I'm talking about. You can see here the Escalation tokens, and they're the ones that you need to have to enter missions. Now, unfortunately, there was already a little bit of a toxic culture around being the leader when it came to starting missions. You would matchmake, and people are just looking for a group. They don't want to be a leader, and you would find that people would drop or people will change leader. And I'm really hoping that the devs do something to address that, because now we've got a vendor that can use these tokens. They're even more valuable, right? People aren't going to want to put theirs at risk. It should be kind of a collective team effort we all put in and we all get rewarded. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it, but it's not really what this video is about. But what you will notice is I've got 1,622 out of 999, and what happened today was these used to be character specific tokens along with also prototype cores, but now they've been merged together. So you've not lost anything, but if you on one character I had 999, I had obviously 623 on my second character. They've now merged together, and we can now use them to buy these caches. So obviously what I do need to do is spend some of them, because now when I'm running Escalation, unfortunately I'm not going to receive any tokens whatsoever. And I think that's a little bit unfortunate that they didn't let us have this currency tied to shared materials. Same with the prototype cores, so that then we choose basically if we want to keep our characters separate or we want to keep our currency all locked in together. A little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Something else that happened today, and I really hope that it's an unintended consequence, or maybe it's not. The brand new exotic AR that we got just this season, the F2000, which is actually pretty good. I've not got around to making a video on it. I was going to do a whole video with stats and things like that, but now we are forced to play it zoomed in. So hopefully that is a mistake. I really hope it's not, otherwise it has literally just destroyed the seasonal exotic for me, because quite frankly I will never use it. It's not going to be for me. One thing I do want to test, however, is that the abridged talent is back. So as you can see here, I've got Frenzy on my second weapon. The A looks good, so we're just going to burn through my mag here, and hopefully it'll make it really simple and straightforward for us to see that it's going to work, because what should happen is that Frenzy should apply straight away and we should start firing faster. There we go. It does. So finally the Tinkerer mask is now fixed and it does work with prototype gear. Really good. And it's going to bring a lot of extra power to escalations. Something else has changed, but I'm not so happy about this change. You might notice that all of a sudden your classified missions have gone. They have disappeared. And they were always really handy and really useful for teleport points. And what has happened is they've been moved into this brand new assignments menu that you can kind of open up. And it's all nice and fancy. I do like the new UI here. That is pretty cool. But you kind of have to go into this. I can select it and I can still fast travel to it at this point, which is fine, but it's just made it much more inconvenient. I do like the new menu, I do like the new UI, but I'm not so sure removing them from the map was really the right play for this. I really would have much preferred it if they stayed on the map and we could just teleport to them. What is interesting though is that one now going to disappear that I've just teleported there. Is this maybe a one-time thing? No, it's gone. So yeah, that is a little bit unfortunate. Not so sure why that got changed. I do appreciate the fancy new menu. However, yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer when it comes to the ease of fast travel around the map. And now we're also going to have to remember which ones and where they were, whereas that might not be as... You know, I always know where certain ones are, but I know there's one over here somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where. So yeah, that is a little bit of a disappointment, and I really hope as a quality of life change, they might bring them back to the base map. Although not Division 2 related, it's still in the Division's universe. The brand new tabletop RPG game has released today over on Kickstarter. It met its goal within the hour. Everybody backed and pledged for this to be reality, including myself. You can scroll down, there's a bunch of extra free stuff that we're going to get if you back it, and depending on how much it gets back depends on what free stuff we are going to get. But you can see the starter set, the manuals and things like that, the collector's editions that we've got a normal one and we've got a rogue one as well, which is really cool. And there's a bunch of extra stuff. You can get a screen, you can get like a dice rolling plate, some minifigs as well. There's a variety of different dice that you can choose as extras depending on how far you really want to go, all the way down to the super duper Project Eclipse and Directive 51 versions as well. So I did want to just, you know, it's official merchandise, this is proper stuff. I really did want to just bring a little bit of a mention to this because I love my Division merch, and yeah, this is pretty cool. One thing you should know before we get on to trying out some prototype caches, if you go to your mailbox in special deliveries, you've got your 3 prototype core caches that you can now claim as well for part of compensation for the issues that we had. And they don't seem to take up any room whatsoever. So if you don't want to open them right away for whatever reason, if maybe you've got 999 already, you don't actually have to open them. Let's just open them and just check. Yep. 2 prototype cores each. We'll love it. All right, so let's test out these new caches that we have got. So as you can see, we've got one at 5. This one never changes, but the holster cache and the shotgun cache do change every day. Now, the stats are higher on the ones that change every day rather than the random one. But for science, we'll buy a couple of random ones just to see, because essentially, even if it's gear that you don't want, this will translate into prototype cores, which is great, right? So we got an LMG and an Umbra initiative. So let's just look at how high these are rolling. So pretty mid rolls, maybe heroic, but on the worst side of heroic style roll. Yeah, they're kind of mid, very, very mid. Not something that I really want, because if you're running tier 5 and above, you're probably getting better than that anyway. You just obviously have to play the game to get the stats that you want. So let's buy 10 of these. Or 10-ish. That's enough. Let's see how many we got. So these do count as part of your storage, so you have to be careful you don't max out. So this has come with 1 max stat. So just before we move on, let's see how interesting. So these roll really well, unless we got really lucky on our first one. Obviously, it's just then going to be down to the fact that it's holstered. So all just kind of regular stuff here. Certainly nothing to... Oh, that could be good. A unit alloys one, but not a salvo. Alright, so let's take a look at the holsters that I got. So, first of all, yeah, this one is trash. This one isn't... I mean, yeah, unfortunately... I mean, it is repair skills. Status effects, though. Yeah, it's not something I'm going to want to keep. Shiny monkey. I'm probably not going to use that either. The Uzina is not what I want either. This is rainbow. This is kind of trash. Came with weapon handling and echo. It tried so hard. Yeah, and essentially I mean, that was pretty good. It tried, but it's not any good. I need to be careful here. Don't want to lose them ones. They're high roll pieces. But yeah, essentially I've just generated 10 or 11 extra prototype cores and lost out on... Oh, why is that one on the floor? Bit weird. I thought I did 11 and that one's landing on the floor. That is a bit... Oh, my inventory is full. Makes sense. So yeah, so they're probably not the best. Should we do another 10? The video's 12 minutes already. Let's do another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feels weird seeing my naked body quite so much. It's definitely the most nakedest costume that we've had in the game. R&K. Sokolov with a yellow. Hunter's Fury holster again. Could be good. Oh, we got a Picaro's holster. I'm here for this. So we can get named from it. So I am glad that we opened so many. And an Heraldic. Alright, so I'm more interested in these ones. So we've got a hardwired with skill. Yeah, not interested in that one. Terrible negotiators. And not good Uzina. The Heraldic with headshot and crit chance, but really bad weapon damage. Nope, not for me. Weapon handling again on my Hunter's Fury. Skill damage. The R&K. The Picaro's holster. Ugh. Could not have rolled worse. So although these can roll really well, the window that they can roll within seems huge. It's like they can almost roll down at hard level all the way up to heroic / legendary level kind of loot. So yeah, not the best. I'm definitely going to be waiting for chest day, I think, before I spend any more. I have a good salvo already. I did want a good Picaro's, but I'll probably kind of just wait it out. And yeah, unfortunately I can't stack any more tokens though now because they are not cross character, which is a little bit disappointing. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you think of this patch, minus the terrible day that we had with the deltas. Let's just kind of crack on and play. They didn't take 3.5 hours to bring it back up, thank God, because it's Strikers Day. So that's going to be it. I'm going to go and farm. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, agents, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.